here we are with Hertfordshire's Mix 92.6. This is Mike on the mic. You might not recognise him, but you'll know his voice when you hear it. We have absolutely no idea what we're going to say.
This is Mike on the mic, and we are at the Foodies Festival in Oakland. It's still wonderful, and there's a few presenters, mixed presenters, knocking around, and I've managed to drag one in. Now, you will recognise him. There's a prize. I'm going to get him to just say hello, and because he's a regular, see if you can guess who it is. Go!
Hello!
Did you get that? It's Martin T. Hart. He's a regular on Friday afternoon drive 4 till 7, and I love having guests when I'm in the show. It's even better when we're out and about. So, are you enjoying today, Martin?
I am. Absolutely fantastic. Do you know, when I arrived earlier, because we arrived a bit earlier than everybody else, the stalls were setting up, and the first thing I noticed was the magic of the smells, because you'd walk 500 yards, well, actually I did 5 yards, and then you'd smell Indian cuisine, and then a bit further on it was more cheesy, I would say. Not in a bad way, in a flavoury way.
Yeah, not socks.
No. Oh, no. And then the more I walked around, the smells changed, and it was a very sensual experience.
That sounds intriguing. No one's explained it to me in that way yet. So you're obviously very much tuned in to the whole foodie thing. But I've got a question for you. When you're getting onto the edge of one smell and the start of another, and you kind of get them both mingling, is that necessarily a good thing?
That's how new foods are created, Mike. That's how it's done, by accident. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have been interviewing a few people, including some chefs actually, that have been telling me some of their secrets.
Any famous chefs? So I've heard there are some chefs knocking around a bit on the famous side.
There is. There's an interview I'm yet to do actually, but these guys, they're very big on programmes like The Bake Off and Channel 4 cookery shows, and they will all be revealed in due course, of course. And I'm asking them for all their secrets, because what I've learned today is that cooking isn't just about knowing the ingredients, it's about how you use them, and a little bit of experimentation as well, because everybody has a different taste.
Yeah, but okay, you say their secrets. Are they really going to give up their secrets? They might tell you a few little tips, but the real secrets, they're going to keep them under their hat, aren't they, don't you think?
Well, you know I'm a magician, don't you? So I have a way of getting people to give up their secrets without them realising they are giving up their secrets. I just reframe it.
Just checking I've still got my watch on. Yeah, all right.
Just reframe it. I say something along the lines of, what techniques have you discovered that you are now using in your cooking that you weren't doing before? And without them realising, they give up their secrets, Mike.
You should get a job as an interrogator. You could be the nice, you know they have the nice one and the nasty one. You'll be the nice one, and I think you could go a long way.
Do you know what? It's funny you should say that, because I was thinking of doing that as part of Hertfordshire's Mix 92.6, interrogating people in the community.
What a great idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Who should we start with?
Great concept. Rather than an interview, an interrogation.
I like that. Would it involve lights, bright lights?
Well, only
thumb
one.
Screws?
Only one light.
On you?
Well, I guess so, yes.
Okay, we might have to shelve this idea and let it mull, and we can shape it, and it will kind of mature.
Yeah,
and then we can spring it onto the public.
That's
maybe.
right. We'll brew it gently and
all
slowly.
right. But let's bring things back to the now, the moment, the Foodie Festival. You were talking about the smells.
Yeah.
Have you come across like a favourite smell or a favourite food, or maybe something that reminded you of years gone by? Because people say that smells kind of stick with them and remind them of things gone by.
They do. People might relate to this actually. That we used to have the fairground coming down, didn't we? They used to camp in a field somewhere, and they used to put up their rides. And when you walk through that fairground, it's had a certain smell to it, didn't it? Because of all the
it's like candy floss.
Candy bells, burger vans, that oniony thing going on there. Yeah. This is the first memory that came to mind when I walked in. It's the smell of outdoor food, outdoor cooking, because that's what this is. It's outdoor food.
They have got a couple of fair rides as well, actually. I noticed they've got bumper cars.
Yeah, well, I think they just did that for me, really, because of
I like to think so.
nostalgia value.
Well, I mean, Mix understands, certainly, and I like to think the Foodies Festival does, just the sheer importance and fame of you. I mean, we're very lucky to have you on board.
Thank you. And I don't charge too much either. 25 pence an hour, that's not bad, is it?
It's not bad. You haven't put
More
your
than you
prices up
get.
for a while. Yeah, more than I get, absolutely.
And there's so much variety here as well. There's things I've never heard of. There's Oink Barbecue.
Oink?
Yeah.
It sounds like pork.
Yeah. I think it's probably got something to do with that, but I wonder why. I'd love to ask them, why did you call it Oink? Was it sort of a play on the pork thing, or... it's interesting.
Isn't that just a noise pigs make?
El Mexican burrito. Lots of burrito here. Lots of different burrito. There's a keen Mexican theme here, and the smells from that are absolutely stunning. And they're a little bit different as well, because they cook their Mexican food all different ways. Slow cooked steak, pulled steak, and and then there's mac and cheese on the other end of the spectrum there. Mac and cheese, a very simple. I think it originated in America, but mac and cheese is there's only one mac and cheese stall here in the whole of the festival that I've seen.
Okay.
So either it's not that popular or it's very popular.
So tell me, are you a chef yourself? You said you're going to be talking to some famous chefs a bit later, but do you experiment, do some good stuff in the kitchen?
I do. I just had a little chat with the teacher over at the cookery school over there in the Marquee. He's teaching people how to cook, and one of my questions was, can't everyone cook? Except not everyone knows the secrets. Not everyone knows the secrets of cooking, but we can all cook a little bit, can't we?
Well, I like to think so.
Yeah.
My wife sometimes disagrees when I'm having a little experiment, and I do quite a few. I like to experiment, and it does put the fear of God actually into my children and my wife occasionally.
But has there been a time where you've experimented and thought that works, and then you've, repeated the?
The thing is, I always
dish?
forget to write it down.
Oh.
There have been those times I never write it down. So I have to try experiment again. It's never quite the same.
Mike, I'll give you a lesson in journalism. Always write everything down.
Yeah, I do try to. I haven't got a pen at the minute, I'm afraid. So that's it. All right. So tell me, anything more you want to add before I hit play and we start boogieing on down to a bit more music?
Yeah, listen, this festival is on not just today but tomorrow as well, and you want to come down because there's loads of things you probably haven't even thought of. There's dumplings, there's steak and lobster, there's Korean corn dogs. Where else can you get those? Come on down, try it.
Okay, stick around and enjoy it.
Thank you.